Welcome to a MainelyDIY.com video. Okay, I have assembled some materials and I am going to make a Santa Claus face card. So I've embossed a white piece of paper here. So I'm going to take a piece of red cardstock and I am going to cut it in half along the long edge. So I'm going to cut at 5.5 inches because I'm going to get 2 cards out of this red. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that right off, set one piece aside, and then the other one I am going to take my scoring tool and I want to score that, and I'm scoring it along the 8.5 inch side. So that means I want to score it at 4 1/4. Okay. Now when I fold a score, I'm going to fold it towards where I scored because I scored on the right side. And then I'm just going to take my thing and burnish that down. Okay, so there is my card base I'm going to start with. So I know my card is 4 1/4 inches wide, so I am going to cut this pink. So I'm going to cut my pink at 4 1/4. So now I'm going to recut and I'm going to cut a strip that's 3 inches. Now see how when you cut with an emboss, or when you emboss, sometimes you can get it off and it doesn't all get embossed. So I am going to cut that off. I'm just going to make myself a straight edge, kind of randomly decide where it's going to be. Just so that I get some good embossing showing there. So I'm going to cut that off. And then I'm going to trim up another edge over here on the right side. Okay, so two edges trimmed, a long one and a short one, so enough is exposed. And then it's going to need to be 4 1/4, just like my card base. So, okay. And then I'm going to decide how much beard I want him to have. So I'm going to recut that at 2.5 inches. There we go. Okay, so we'll have this. Okay, I decided I wanted a different embossing than his beard for his hat. So this one has some Swiss dots, got something else here, but I going to go ahead and use that. So I'm going to cut a 3/4 inch strip, and that also needs to be 4 1/4 long. So 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4. So I'll just go ahead and trim that off. You can see I'm using my ceramic blade cutter. Check out my video on why I like ceramic blades. So I want my Santa to have nice rosy cheeks, so I'm going to take a circle punch and punch a darker pink out. Okay, there I have my there we go, two circles for his cheeks. Going to lay that out, and then we need his we're going to have a little red pom-pom for his nose, and then we'll add some eyeballs, and I'm going to glue that all up for you and show you what he looks like. So I'm getting ready to glue my pom-pom on, and I am going to take some Elmer's Craft Bond quick dry glue and a kid's paintbrush, and I'm going to kind of squash my little, open my little pom-pom up so I get a nice, kind of making a flat place to put some glue. So I'm just painting it on there with my kid's brush, and I'm going to put it right down where I want it to be. Just taking a little bit of my glue, and I'm painting it on the back of an eyeball here. So I'm just painting a little bit of glue on the back of my eyeball here. And position that where I wanted it to be. And I'm going to paint on the glue onto my other one. I'm painting my glue onto the back. Yeah. And I'll put that one where I want it. Kind of want those kind of close together, I think. Just makes them kind of cute. Okay. So I've decided I'm going to add a big white pom-pom up in this corner here. That will be the little tassel on his hat. So I am just taking my paintbrush and I'm putting some glue on my white pom-pom, and I'm going to stick it right up here in the corner. Here we go. And there I have it. That may not go so good in the mail. So instead I decided to do something a little different with it. So I took some E6000 repositional glue, and I tried an experiment to make some glue dots. I put it down in these holes thinking I'd get a nice consistent round piece, but I didn't. But that's okay. That's the inside of my card. So I'm going to come to the back side of my card, and I'm going to take one of these little glue dot things that I had made. That's something that you need to let dry for a while. So I'll take one of those little dots, and I'm going to put it up there in this corner. Sticks to my finger. Put another one there. And I'm going to use 4, so basically 1 in each corner. Get it to stick to the card and not to me. That way, if somebody wanted to take it off and use it as a card, they could. But what I'm going to do is I am going to put it on a bag, a shopping bag that I had gotten on another purchase somewhere. So I am just going to take my card and put that down right on top of it. Okay, so I created this gift bag. I repurposed a shopping bag that I had received, so you can put a little gift in there, and put my card front on there, and you could fill that out. But the person could also remove it because I've got those repositional dots on it, and so they can pull that right off and reuse it.